YouTube certified pretty boy gang worldwide. Hashtag pretty boy gang worldwide. Hashtag I grind, man. But today, man, bump all that. I'm about to tell y'all why LiAngelo Ball will get drafted, alright? Now, LiAngelo Ball, just to keep it G-real, is the forgotten Ball brother. And it's even been times where people have said he wouldn't have been in the predicament he's in if he wasn't a Ball brother. You know, he's not that good. He's not going to make the NBA. He wouldn't even be in talks, you know, blah, blah, blah. He should be a football player. There's been all kind of things said about LiAngelo. And me, I just hope he's successful, man. I feel bad for him, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, he ought to grind and get better. Now, like I said, I'm going to keep this video simple. And I'm going to, you know, just be honest and all of that. Now, from watching LiAngelo, he's been actually balling. He's been dominating. And a lot of people have been surprised because before people were saying like, oh, he's going to get dominated. Oh, he's going to get bullied by these grown men. They don't play in Europe. Now listen, dudes, if y'all don't know, well, obviously I can't really critique because if y'all know, my sport is football. That's what I specialize in. I play basketball as well, you know, for school and stuff or whatnot. But it's not like my, you know, my primary sport. You know, everybody has like their primary sport. You know, some people like sport is soccer, but they play basketball. Some people's sport is basketball, but they play soccer. You know what I'm talking about, okay? But yeah, but for me living over here, if y'all don't know, I live in Europe. I live in Germany. For me living over here, watching different games. As right now, I'm in London right now. I'm visiting London right now. But for me critiquing, watching different games, watching professional football leagues over here, watching professional basketball games over here is not what all these broadcasters have been saying. Now, I'm not throwing shade at these Europeans, but you see, you know, when before he came over here, people were talking about how him and LaMelo were going to get bullied. They were going to not be able to do what they were doing, and they were going to do all of this, but then you see them dominating. And I'm not taking any shine or taking anything away from LaMelo and LiAngelo, but I already knew. For me living over here, I'm like, dude, these dudes are completely wrong. Like, I'm gonna just, you know, their sport over here is soccer, which they call football, but we call it soccer in America, obviously. That's their primary sport. Yes, they have people who work hard. You know, for me going to these different college camps, you know, going to these different football camps, they have Europeans coming too, but they work really hard. But at the end of the day, you have people like me going in there, and like when we're playing games and stuff, you know, sometimes it's like not as I don't want to say not as challenging, but it's not their sport. Like, their sport is soccer, you know what I'm saying? And then when they have sports like this, you know, sometimes it's not like, it's like an American sport, you know what I'm saying? So it's not their best sport. They're not going to be like the best player, you know what I'm saying? And that's why people got it twisted. They were like, him and LaMelo were going to get dominated. Basketball is not their sport, okay? Like, they have professional teams, they have professional leagues, but at the end of the day, you see, like, you'll have Americans, who in the NBA will be struggling and turn into a D-League player but come over here and dominate. That's because it's not their sport. Not just Europe, China, India, wherever they play. It's not their sport. Half of the time, most of these countries, their sport is soccer, okay? That's the first thing. So when people were saying like, oh, he's going to do, I already knew from me living over here watching these professional games. Every time I watch a professional game, the standout player is an American. You know, just keeping it G-real, man. And another thing, LiAngelo, from watching his skill set, I feel like he's an off-ball shooter, which he really is. He's not really a playmaker, obviously. LaMelo is a playmaker, kind of, but LiAngelo is more of like a, in my opinion, like a Kyle Korver, JJ Redick type player, you know? And I feel like that's what will really help him in NBA. Obviously, the NBA line is further than it is in the league, in the Lithuania league, but I feel like if his shot is actually as good as it's been, he'll be able to have like a Kyle Korver, JJ Redick, who else type role, Klay Thompson. You know, Klay Thompson, obviously. Well, Klay Thompson is an off-ball shooter. He's a good defender too, which shadows him just being a strictly offensive player, which I feel like the Ball brothers can be. Like, honestly, I haven't really seen LiAngelo's defensive highlights because all they have shown is his offensive highlights. I'm not sure how he is defensively, but one thing that people have been saying about him is what he's been able to hold his own because of his weight. Like, he has the Ball body that people say, the LeVar type body. You know, LeVar's a big dude. You know, Lonzo and LaMelo are really skinny, so, you know, they say he doesn't have the Ball body yet. You know, they say LiAngelo has the Ball body. That's why it's been times where when you see LiAngelo not do as much as LaMelo or Lonzo, they'll say, well, you know what I'm saying, he needs to do football. He has a football body. he needs to do something else, you know. And I feel like, nah, I mean, if he's been doing basketball, keep doing it. And like I said, you know, he can probably hold his own on defense, you know, and he's not getting bullied. He hasn't been getting bullied over here, and he's actually, in my opinion, kind of been bullying different teams, you know, snagging boards over 7-footers, you know, driving to the paint. He's been doing decent, you know. But in the NBA, that's a different thing. Like, another asset that I've seen him do is like posting up. He's been posting up these different players, posting up. I feel like, yeah, maybe he'll be able to post up smaller guards, but you're not going to have too many smaller guards. You have guards like his brother, 6'6". You got Ben Simmons, 6'11", or what's his name? Giannis Antetokounmpo, 7 feet. Kevin Durant, 7 feet. Even though he's not a guard, but he does, you know, he can be considered a guard, okay? He's 7 feet tall. You have all these big guards, and I don't think he's going to be able to post all of them. You got people like Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, in my opinion, is like 6'5". If you see him stand next to players who are listed at his height, he's taller. You got great defenders like John Wall. He's not going to be able to do it too. Patrick Beverly. He's not, you know, that's one asset I think he can't do. I feel like strictly he'll be like a off the bench type player that can just, you know, shoot, like bring some shooting to the team. You know, when they need some shooting, like some different snipers. Like, he could probably do good on a team like maybe the Warriors. I mean, I don't know. You know, coming off the bench, the Warriors have so many three-point shooters. They solidified the three-point game in this league. And I mean, like, with his shooting, you know, he could come off the bench, you know, just bring shooting off the bench like a Nick Young type player, you know. But, yeah, man, that's like how I feel about LiAngelo. I feel like he needs to just really work more, like, you know, just from watching his highlights. Like I said, I like LiAngelo just keeping it G real. I don't see, you know, NBA type playing, you know, and it's kind of, you kind of think about what if he stayed in the America and played with UCLA. What if he played in college? How would he play? I feel like LeVar in a way kind of knew, you know, and was like, dude, let's just go overseas, you know. And he knew what he was doing, man. And like I said, I'm not taking anything away from LiAngelo, but just from watching him playing, I don't know how he's gonna fare in the NBA. Like I said, if he can get his jump shooting right to the NBA level type shot, you know, from like how far their line is or whatever, he can easily make a team, you know, as an off-ball shooter. Like I said, like a Kyle Korver, etc. But if he don't get that right, I don't see LiAngelo getting drafted, or I don't see him playing in the league, getting sent straight to the G League, man. But I feel like a team's gonna pick him up. Excuse me, I feel like a team's just gonna pick him up. You know, he's just sitting there. You might as well 2nd round pick. You know, 2nd round picks aren't really cared about sometimes unless you're like a steal. But yeah, man. But if I missed something or left something out, if y'all feel like why he won't get drafted, or if he will get drafted if I left something out, make sure, feel free to leave a comment, let me know. You know, constructive criticism is taking, you know, trying to get better at this YouTube thing, you feel me? But if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure y'all leave a like. Let's certify. I know y'all enjoying the series. Until next time, it's your boy Certified Pretty Boy, and I'm out, bruh. And remember, hashtag I grind, work, man. You know what I'm saying? Pretty boy gang worldwide, bruh. Certified Pretty Boy. And we out, bruh. Peace.
If you fuck with winning, put your lighters to the sky. How could I make sense when I got millions on my mind?